This is from chapter 1 of the Undiscovered Self. So this is Carl Jung speaking or writing himself. He says on page 8, the statistical method shows the facts in light of the ideal average, but does not give us a picture of their empirical reality. While reflecting an indisputable aspect of reality, it can falsify the actual truth in a most misleading way. This is particularly true of theories, which are based on statistics. The distinctive thing about real facts, however, is their individuality. Not to put too fine a point on it, one can say that the real picture consists of nothing but exceptions to the rule. I love that. I, as an autistic person, am all about the exceptions to the rule. And that, in consequence, absolute reality has predominantly the character of irregularity. Oh my gosh, I love that. He's basically saying there's no normal. As much scientific research and statistical data we provide, he's saying the norm is irregularity. You can find an average, but that doesn't mean that most people live in that spot, if that makes sense. And I think that's what I'm trying to say, going back to Piaget and Gessel, is that they put forth these methods and theories based on their research, and maybe not even based on statistics, because they had more theory than statistics, but it still wasn't meant to be the norm, that we as parents should be pushing our children to be following and being in that norm, because the norm is not the norm, is what Jung is trying to say. It's a statistical norm. It's like a middle ground of all of the data put together. And our children fall all through that spectrum. I think whether they're neurotypical or neurodiverse is what we need to start to wrap our brains around and pull back from pushing our children to live up to these scientific and developmental theories that are interesting and important, but not something that we should force our children into, because it's like our children are all different shapes and sizes. And in the analysis of trying to squeeze a square peg into a round hole, and trying to squeeze our children of, all of the different shapes and sizes that they are into one hole of developmental milestones is ridiculous and harmful.